Okay, so this is part 10, non-controllable decodable text, and Caitlin and I are going to take turns reading. And so, Caitlin, why don't you read the title of our story?
Baby sea turtles, where do they go?
All right, so what do you think our story is about?
It's going to talk about where baby sea turtles go after they hatch.
You think after they're hatched?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many sea turtles do you think are born?
There's a lot. I saw a movie and baby sea turtles hatch, and if it's dark, they don't go into the water until it's dark.
Oh, that's so
And
weird.
raccoons try to get their eggs.
No! Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, so hopefully there's no raccoons in this story. All right, so why don't you read the first paragraph?
Life is difficult if you are a baby sea turtle. Take infant loggerhead turtles, for example.
What's this word?
Infant loggerhead.
What's that first?
Loggerhead.
There you go.
Take infant loggerhead turtles, for example. After they hatch, they quietly sit in the sand until the sun sets. Then they sprint from the sandy nest to the lapping waves as fast as their legs can take them. If they make it safely, the turtles will come back in about 10 years to spend time close to the spots where they were born. But what happens to the turtles during their time in the ocean? That has long been a secret, even to experts. In fact, experts call the stretch of time the lost years. However, now the secret is close to being out into the open.
Oh my God, so you were right. So they have to really hurry to the sea. And then how long did they disappear for?
10 years.
10 years. Wow, that's a long time. What do you think they do during those 10 years?
Swim.
You just think they're swimming?
Like Nemo.
Like,
Nemo.
what was it? Squirt, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Finding Dory?
Mm-hmm.
Was Squirt in Finding Dory?
I don't think so.
I didn't see it yet. I have to see it. Okay, so what's the loggerhead turtles? Probably.
It's a type of turtles?
Yeah, it seems like a type of turtle. We might want to look into that more. Loggerhead turtles. So they disappear, and then we don't know what happens to them, or at least not yet. This story's gonna tell us, right? All right. So do you think they have like a 10-year reunion party when they come back? Like it's like your high school reunion. You just go back.
Probably.
Experts were sure it would be helpful to track some turtles. This would tell them what the turtles did and where they went when they went away. The experts stuck radio tags onto the tiny turtle shells before they made their escape from their nests. Oh my God, so they put what? Like, what did they do?
Radio things.
They glued little radios onto them, it sounds like. Sadly, the radio tags were much too big and kept them from swimming off when predators came. So what?
The radios slowed them down.
And they eventually
Died.
from?
Predators.
What are predators?
Animals that eat turtles.
Like, what did you say before?
Sharks.
Or
Raccoons.
oh my God. This is a terrible story. Then Kate, a marine expert, came up with a fantastic plan to use the sun to track the turtles. So what is she suggesting we use?
The sun.
Okay. So we can draw like a little sun there. Make a note. Well, turtle, right? We really like turtles today, don't we? All right, go ahead.
Kate spotted other wildlife experts tracking birds using small tags made from solar panels that stuck to them. That is when Kate and her team began to use the same kind of tags. The solar panel tags could be stuck on without bending or twisting the turtles' shells. They used nail polish as the base coat to hold the cyclone.
Let's look at that. So what's the first syllable? What's the second? What's
Silicone.
There you go.
The silicone glue that would hold the tracking tags. The polish would stretch with the turtles as they got bigger.
So what did Kate do?
They put solar panel tags without hurting or twisting or turning the turtle shells. And then they used nail polish as the top coat.
So what was, had this been used before? Or?
Yeah, they used it on birds.
All right, do you want to make some notes there or draw some pictures? Do you think this will work?
Maybe.
Did it work on the other animals?
Yeah.
So this solar panel, when you think of the solar panels, like, don't you think of those things on the houses?
Yeah.
So I can imagine, it's gotta be like,
really little.
gotta be really little, right? Kate and her pals put tags on 17 turtles. Oh, so this is an experiment, it seems like. The reptiles were from 3 months to 9 months old, and the biggest was only 7 inches long. Like, this big? They were set free off the shoreline of Florida and into the Gulf Stream. Because of strong currents in those spots, the experts expected the turtles to travel to the Azores, a bunch of islands off of Portugal. However, as the experts tracked the turtles over months, they discovered the turtles did not travel the expected path all the time. So I guess, like, remember in Nemo they had that, like, what was it called?
Yeah, they had that.
It's like the Sea Expressway or something.
Yeah.
I guess it's all one path. And what are they discovering here?
That not all turtles take the same path.
They just went whatever way they wanted. A lot of the baby turtles swam into the currents where there was a lot of seaweed. The turtles hung out there hunting for food and safely resting, then quickly swam to the waters off North Carolina. Experts think these were just pit stops on the way to the Azores, where the turtles will likely end up in about a year. So how long did they expect their travels to be?
A year.
A year long. And what did they do along the way?
They tried to find out where the baby turtles went. But
where did they go?
They went to the current where there was a lot of seaweed.
Would you expect them to go to the seaweed?
No.
And what did they do there?
They hung out and they rested and they hunted for food.
Do you picture a turtle hunting?
No.
Because they seem like such like easygoing animals, I guess. But I guess they did hunt. What do you think they eat?
Smaller fish.
Maybe smaller fish? Do you think that's what they eat? I don't know. What did
Maybe.
All right, why don't you read the next one?
We will understand the lives of baby sea turtles more as experts collect information from the solar panel tags that were stuck on the tiny reptile shells. Thanks to the panels that use the sun, we already know so much more about these tiny turtles than we ever have before.
So these solar panels, they did what?
They showed what the turtles were doing.
Yeah, but did they discover all 10 years?
No.
How much have they discovered so far? It seems like.
Only a few years?
Maybe only just
about a year.
About a year, because they haven't seen the whole process yet. All right, so let's go back to our beginning here. All right, so tell me, what did this story tell us about baby sea turtles?
Talking about turtles, longer head turtles, and
The logger. Yeah.
Loggerhead turtles. And they were talking about how when they're hatched, they have to sit on the beach in the sand until the sun sets, so then they can go to the ocean. And they have to get there quickly, or else reptile or predators will get them.
Okay. And then what happens when they get to the ocean?
When they get to the ocean, they swim away, and then they come back to the sand 10 years later. But people are doing experiments on them. The first person put like a radio type thing on them.
Yeah, why were they doing that?
They wanted to see like where the turtles went and how they survived and like when they came back.
Because do they know anything about
They
this
don't know
time?
anything about turtles.
Yeah, during what?
During the ocean time, like when they're in the ocean.
All right, do you remember what those were called? What? When they disappeared for a long time, those 10 years, they were called the what years? Let's look back.
The stretch time, the lost years.
There you go, the lost years. All right. So they tried a radio first, you said, right?
Yeah, they tried the radio, but then they came to the conclusion that the radio slowed them down and that predators would get them. But then Kate, the marine expert, came and talking about the solar panel that just like stuck on. They use it on birds, so they put it on the turtles. But then they figured out that all turtles don't take the same paths.
What is a marine expert?
Someone who experts in like sea animals,
Okay, like
reptiles.
the animals and
ocean.
stuff of the ocean. Okay, so they use this on birds, and then they discover that the turtles,
Don't go the same way.
they don't go the same way. What did they learn?
They learned that they go their own way, and that some turtles it takes about a year to go where they wanted, and some turtles would hang out in the currents, and there was a lot of seaweed there, and they would hunt for food and rest.
All right. Have they discovered everything they need to about turtles? No.
Because they're still experimenting.
Yeah.
Still researching.
All right. And so, what is it that they have to thank for all of this? What was able to start the path to discovery?
Kate
And her,
and her researchers.
but what was it, the thing called that she used to track the turtles?
Solar panel.
Yeah, the solar panels. Yeah. All right. Great job. Did you like the story? I did too. This was a little bit better than the other turtle story. All right.